And welcome back to the Cox 11 Sports Report. We're Matt. Now we're going to take some time out to focus on the individuals that made this another exciting year in high school football in the 757. Some great players indeed.
That's right. We're going to take a look at our all-district teams. These all-district teams voted on by the players and coaches. So let's jump right into it. We'll start off with the Peninsula District, and there's no other player you can talk about in that district without talking about Tyree Lee.
Yeah, we just saw Tyree Lee in the state final with a huge afternoon, 3 touchdowns, 189 yards rushing for the Phantoms, and he had to replace Colby Goodwin in the backfield.
That's right. Big shoes to fill for Mr. Lee, but he came onto the scene early with big performances, as you see in this one against, this was Great Bridge in the playoffs, Chris. He just always found a hole, and he always found the end zone.
Big shoes indeed for such a tiny running back, but it was an electrifying performer out of the backfield that really made this Phantoms offense go.
That's right, because coming into the year, Phoebus once again has high expectations. However, there were questions at quarterback, and his play really helped to answer some of those questions.
And the Defensive Player of the Year went to Daquan Romero for the Phantoms, the defensive lineman who's going to play linebacker at UVA.
That's right, a DN for Phoebus, but will go on to Charlottesville and be a defensive force for the Cavaliers.
And he had Danny Dotson, Division VI Coach of the Year for the Woodside Wolverines. A second straight playoff appearance for the Wolverines after having to replace their starting quarterback from last year, Aaron Evans.
That's right. The coach allowing his team to continue to move on. And when we look at our next Coach of the Year, Chris, in this district, Stan Sexton, what else can you say?
Taking over for Coach Bill D, he had an undefeated record, 2 straight state titles to his resume. Really not a lot going wrong for the Phantom program or Stan Sexton.
That's right. Now moving on, we'll take a look at the Eastern District. And the Eastern District had a strong year for the Greyhounds with Norcom. Their running back had a strong year, Chris.
Chevelle Atkins out of the backfield for the Greyhounds, leading Norcom to the top spot in the Eastern District. Over 1,000 yards rushing. He and Jamal Wright really formed a deadly 1-2 combo.
That's right. Another strong performance for them this year. As we continue to move down the list, we'll take a look now at the Defensive Player of the Year, also coming out of Norcom.
Kendrick Rose, the defensive lineman for the Greyhounds, plugging the middle for Norcom. And the Coaches of the Year would be Norcom's William Archie Jr. and Cedric Cradle Sr. for the Churchland Truckers, as Cedric Cradle actually resigned from head coach at Churchland. He's going to, move on, but he had a great year leading the Truckers to this top spot, tied with Norcom in the Eastern District.
That's right, Chris, and they had a real tough non-district schedule this year. They were able to rebound from those 2 tough games with Hampton and Phoebus and go on to have a very good year.
And now in the Beach District, as we take a look at Draquez Lambert, the do-everything running back for the Green Run Stallions. He was really a one-man wrecking crew for Green Run in the Beach District competition.
That's right. Drake Crust lining up at running back, lining up at quarterback. Sometimes Green Run would go to the 3 quarterback formation. No matter where they put him on the field, Chris, he got the ball and he made things happen.
And on the Defensive Player of the Year, while he's not on defense here, it would be Demetrius Nicholson with the Defensive Player of the Year award, as he was a shutdown corner for the Bayside Marlins, leading them undefeated through district play.
That's right. He's one of the top recruited secondary players in the country, being looked at by schools such as UVA and Stanford. So look for him to go on and continue to play the next level.
And you had Coach Darnell Moore being recognized as Coach of the Year in the Beach District. And for Coach Moore, there's really a lot to be pleased about, not only for this year, but for next year coming back. You've got Deion Stitt, a sophomore quarterback this year, a junior quarterback next year for the Marlins.
That's right. And Anthony Cooper will be back for his senior year with the Marlins, so plenty to look forward to, plenty to be happy about, especially with the way their season ended this year.
And their season ended in a loss to Hermitage, but we move now to the Southeastern District as Oscar Smith, which lost to Bayside in the playoffs, as Quinta Funderburk will be named the Offensive Player of the Year in the Southeastern District.
Yeah, Quinta Funderburk helping the new quarterback this year step in, make big plays. As you see this right here, they were just able to make quite a tandem on the offensive side of the ball for Oscar Smith.
J.J. Williamson having to replace Philip Sims. It had to be nice to have such a weapon in Quinta Funderburk at his disposal. The Defensive Player of the Year goes to Oscar Smith's Rayshawn Richardson, as well as the Tigers sweep the hardware for Offensive and Defense Player of the Year. And Division VI Coach of the Year went to Richard Morgan, of course, of Oscar Smith. And Division V Head Coach of the Year was the Cadillac Harris from Indian River.
Yeah, Coach Cadillac Harris had a tough year this year. However, he always demands the best out of his team and out of his players, and they always give him that commitment.
And Coach Harris really had a tough year last year, but rebounded this year, had his team competitive in every game, and really a testament to his coaching and his coaching philosophy, as he was able to mold those young men into winners by the end of the year.
That's right, and now we'll head on over to our last district we'll be looking at. That will be the Bay Rivers District, and you see Elliot Rice, the quarterback for the Bruton Panthers will take the offensive honors in this district.
Elliott Rice, the dual threat quarterback player for the Panthers. There you saw on the ground, now doing it with his arm as he would find the end zone here with the touchdown. And Elliott Rice really in the new mold of the 21st century quarterback.
That's right. We had a chance to talk to him in a Cox at practice segment. But here on the defensive side, it's Luke Hill who will take this fumble recovery all the way back for a touchdown in this game that we had on Cox 11 Game of the Week. But just another strong year for Poquoson, winning the state championship, their first state championship in 95 years of football.
Luke Hill, a dual threat, also a running back for the Poquoson offense. The Division IV Coach of the Year went to Grafton's Jared Van Acker. And Division III Coach of the Year, it had to be Elliott Duty for Poquoson, as their team, with the one loss on the year to Dinwiddie in the opening game, was able to sweep the season series with the Bay Rivers District and win the Region III Division I championship.
That's right. Winning a championship makes it real easy to be named the Coach of the Year.
It certainly does, Matt. Well, that's going to do it. And, of course, we've got plenty of other players we didn't talk about, and it should be an exciting 2011 when we get to see some fresh faces replace some of the departing seniors.
That's right, Chris, but that'll do it for this segment. When we come back, we'll take a look as Hermitage will be taking on Battlefield for this Division 6A championship. You're watching the Cox 11 Sports Report.